welcome to Professor Academy. And today we will be dealing with the questions of research aptitude again. And the one will be on the recent question section, that is 2021. And let's see how it goes. Moving on to your question number 1. Question number 1. Sometimes subjects who know that they are in a control group may work hard to excel against the experimental group. Such a phenomenon is known as A. Compensatory rivalry, B. Controlled competition, C. Inspirational influence, and D. Motivational contest. And the right answer for this one is compensatory rivalry. And let's see what all other means and what this itself means. Compensatory rivalry exists when the study group not receiving the experimental treatment, that means the interventions, feels disadvantaged, disappointed, or left out and decides to obtain a similar intervention on its own. So we know what happens in a RCT or randomized control trials or some kind of experiments or a clinical or medical experiments, there will be a control group and an experimental group or a treatment group, and some intervention in the form of a medical intervention will be given to them. So the control group who don't receive the experimental treatment feel disadvantaged, disappointed, and they will try to attend to such a similar kind of intervention on their own rather than with the support of the researcher. And this is what is known as compensatory rivalry. And that what answer our question. Sometimes the subjects who know that they are in a control group. The control group means the one who don't receive any kind of intervention may work hard to excel against the experimental group. And the experimental group is the one who get the intervention. And such a phenomenon is known as compensatory rivalry. Rest of the options, that is controlled competition, inspirational influence, motivational contest, are nothing to do with your control group or experimental group. These are different terms, and even the controlled competition all are related to your market terms and nothing related to even your research context. So these all are like not required, and compensatory rivalry is something that is based on our research methodology course. Yeah. Moving on to question number 2. Which of the following are essential characteristics of the case study method? Option A, negatively oriented, B, appreciation oriented, C, particularistic, D, descriptive, and E, inductive. Choose the correct answer from the options given below. Option A, B, and E only. Option B, A, B, and C only. Option C, B, C, and D only. And option D, C, D, and E only. And we have to answer the questions of case study method, the essential characteristics of case study method. And we are very much known that it is particularistic in nature, descriptive in nature, and inductive method. It makes use of the inductive paradigm, inductive research paradigm, and it is based on a particular group or a particular phenomenon that has happened. So it will be a particularistic in nature. It cannot be done in a general format, or the general format of the general understanding comes at a later stage. So initially the case study is on a particular group of a particular society. So it is particularistic in nature, and this will take a form of qualitative research. So it will be descriptive and inductive in nature. So the right answer will be C, D, and E only. That is option D. Moving on to question number 3. Contagious spreading of behaviors through imitation is known as option A, norm effect, B, random effect, C, ripple effect, D, scripted effect. And the word contagious itself shows a similarity with the ripple effect, which spread throughout from one person to another through the behavior of imitation. So the rest of the effects will be detailedly described in our class. And the right answer for this question is option C, that is ripple effect. Moving on to question number 4. What is the name of the score of the student would get if the measurements were completely accurate and error-free? That is the score that is obtained non-error, without any error. So first one, option A, I squared, B, neutral score, C, true score, and D, set score. And from the option A, we know that it is I score or the intelligence score, and set score is something that is related to your set statistics, which is your set test. So that is nothing to do for with A and B. And let's see what is B and C. Neutral score is something that is related to your Likert skills or your rating skills, where you are neutral in your behavior or attributes. So B also won't be sufficient for this answer. And the right answer will be option C, that is true score. True score tells that your measurements are true and there is no error in your measurements. So option C is the right answer for question number 4. Moving on to the final question. The following is a match the following question. Given in the list 1, that is the name of different scales, and list 2 consists of its description or its attributes. Option A, arbitrary scale. Option B, Thurston scale. Option C, Likert scale. Option D, semantic differential. And the list 2, 1, attitude statements are decided by judges. Option 2, submitted ratings. Option C and 3 consist of 7 spaces between 2 biopolar adjectives. And option 4, questions are selected on a priori basis. And we are very much and continuously have seen how the Likert scale is known as the Thunderstorm. The Likert scale is known as the summated ratings. So C will be definitely matched with option 2. And arbitrary scale. Arbitrary, the word arbitrary means it's a random selection or random choice. Therefore, this will be suited with option 4, that is questions are selected on a priori basis without any observation or without any long-term thoughts or historical aspect. We are selecting something that is known as a priori basis. So arbitrary also like a random choice only. So arbitrary scale will go with option 4, that is questions are selected on a priori basis. So A will be matched with 4. And Thurston scale will be based on attitude statements that are decided by judgments or judges. So we will be moving into 1. And finally, the semantic differential consists of 7 spaces between 2 biopolar adjectives. This 2 biopolar adjective just simply means that two extreme attributes. That is, you like something, that is, you perfectly like it, and you are extremely disappointed with a particular object. So there are 7 spaces or 7 scales between each of them that happens in a semantic differential scale. So finally, the answer will be option D, A4, B1, C3, C2, and D3. And the right answer will be option D. Yeah. That's all for today. Thank you.